Hey everyone, this is Chris Crazyhouse, and I want to talk about a very important news story. And that news story is how the African-centered comic book company YOUNEEK Studios has made a big-time deal with Darkhorse Comics here in the States. And I wanted to talk about it as far as congratulating YOUNEEK Studios, letting you know if you don't know what YOUNEEK Studios is, I will tell you more about it. And I also want to say what this deal means for independent black creators out there. But before I get to that, just let me say that I do have a sale going on for Black History Month on my online store. I will provide the link in the description box and you guys can go check it out. And you guys can go to my online store. It is storeenvy.com/ChrisCrazyhouse, I think. If not, the direct link will be in the description box. You guys can go see it. And on that store, I have my comic books, my coloring books, my Chronicles of PA graphic novel. I also have some art prints and posters on there. And I also have naturally cute stickers as well. So that's a lot of content that I've created over the years is on sale on there. I finally updated my store to where you can go there and buy some stuff. I had to update the quantity and based on the stock that I have here. But I think everything is squared away now to where I can ship that stuff out in a very quick and easy capacity and a lot less confusion now that I've done a full inventory and got my stock all straightened out. So go to my online store and you guys can order some stuff on there right now for Black History Month or just whatever. It doesn't even have to be for Black History Month. You're getting independent and creator-owned art directly from me. You don't have to go to a different place. This is stuff that I made and that I printed out, and I will send it directly to you. And all you gotta do is just go there and order it at your leisure. So now that I've talked about that and got my little ad out of the way, I definitely want to talk about this deal with YOUNEEK Studios. I saw the news report, I think it was last night before I went to bed. And just let me say to the main creator of YOUNEEK Studios, Roye Okupe, I congratulate you, brother, and I've always appreciated you. I did a story or a video about YOUNEEK Studios way back when. I mean, way back when. I'm talking about like 2014, 2015 time. And I've always promoted them on my social media and even on my website. I had some ads on there for YOUNEEK Studios way back when they were just doing the EXO, The Legend of Wale Williams, which was an African superhero concept of this brother who has like this exo suit that he can use to fight villains. And I always appreciated their content. They do both comics and animation. They've always done a great job of it. And Roye, I think from what I understand, from what I remember the original story, I remember when he first came here, he was saying that he quit his regular job because he wanted to do these comics and he wanted to make sure that he does African-centered comics and concepts. And he's done a very good job over the years, whether it be the superhero stuff or even like the fantasy stuff that he's done, because he's also done what's her name, Malika, which is a popular concept of his about a African queen and fantasy warrior from ancient times, and it was just very well done. They did an animated short of it, and if you've never seen it, it's on YouTube. You guys can go watch it, but that was absolutely amazing. I remember seeing that when it first came out. So YOUNEEK Studios has been knocking stuff out the park for the last couple of years now, and they've been very consistent, and he worked hard at it, and now I believe it's starting to pay off, at least getting the notoriety from the mainstream. Now, he's done a deal with Darkhorse. That doesn't mean that Darkhorse owns YOUNEEK Studios or that they'll be under them. It just means that they'll be distributing their comic books here in the States on a wider level, and Darkhorse has that ability to do so. So I don't see anything wrong with that. He made sure, he was smart, a smart black man, to make sure that these people don't own any of his concepts, but they'll just be giving it that wide distribution, which is what, you know, any small company can use when they can hook into a larger parent company. So there's nothing wrong with that at all. A lot of independent music artists do the same thing, where they just get a bigger company to do the distribution, but they still keep the rights to their music. And I'm sure he'll still maintain all of his stores and everything, so that way that this nationwide attention will get people to even go back and maybe buy even more back issues or something like that. So this is a good thing. And I don't know all the ins and outs of the deal, but it sounds pretty, you know, on point to me in that regard. As long as he's not giving up actual ownership, or as long as he's not giving up any of his characters, I think it's all good. And you know, he already has the creative team around him that they can do their own books and produce their own stuff. They really don't need Darkhorse, but I think that will help as far as like the marketing as well, because Darkhorse will put their marketing engine behind it, and they're already doing so from what I've seen from their own website and their social media apps. So, you know, this is something that's good for YOUNEEK Studios, and what makes me happy about it, you know, if I can be selfish for a moment, is to say that it proved a point that I tried to make to a lot of black fandom way back in like 2013, 2014, before YOUNEEK Studios even came out, before their first books ever came out. I made the point that, you know, this is back when a bunch of these folks were, black nerds were begging Marvel to make a Black Panther movie. They wanted them to make a Black Panther movie so bad, right? They're writing articles and making social media campaigns and putting together, what do you call those? Not social media campaigns. What do you call those? Those petitions, online petitions and everything. They were just trying so hard to get Marvel's attention to make a Black Panther movie, right? And I told them that you're going about it the wrong way. If you want Marvel or anyone to take notice of and do a Black Panther movie, you need to support the independent creators that are already doing it. If you support them and they see that there's a market for it, they'll pull out whatever they have in stock of their own to get that black dollar. You know what I'm saying? And even so, in this article that I will post about YOUNEEK Studios and their deal with Darkhorse, the interviewer asked him, do you think it's the success of Black Panther that's gotten people interested in YOUNEEK Studios? He's like, no, because our books came out before the Black Panther movie, right? And they were doing well before the Black Panther movie. And I can say, I remember that. 2015, I remember when EXO, the animated short and the comic book came out. So he was rocking and rolling before, you know, the whole Black Panther craze started, right? And he was able to ride that wave with other things that he had created and able to say that, yeah, that's good and all, Black Panther's cool, but, you know, YOUNEEK is for the children, basically. You know, if I can borrow a quote from the ODB, because that's what he was out. He had already been doing stuff, and it was creator owned. It was actually owned by black people, not just starring black people. So that whole idea of ownership and black creation and being able to tell our own story is all wrapped up into that, and that makes it more powerful than anything that can be produced by a Marvel or a DC. So, you know, shout out to YOUNEEK Studios. You guys have done great things, and I know you'll continue to do great things into the future. And to all the black nerds that said it couldn't be done, I told you so. You know, I hate to be that type of guy, but it is what it is. I told them so years ago of what you need to do, and I don't know if YOUNEEK watched any of my videos back then on my old channel. I doubt it, but he followed the plan basically, and look where he is now. And this is what I try to explain to a lot of folks, like, no matter what route you might want to go, whether you want a bigger distributor or you want just to be completely independent, you got to work hard. Now, the flip side to what YOUNEEK is doing is what the brother is doing over at Black Sands Entertainment, which he says all the time on his social media. He doesn't want any big studios or big people to buy his stuff at this point. He just wants to stay independent, which is nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Shout out to that brother, Manuel Godoy, that he's another very smart, very forceful, very forward-thinking brother. Has been doing Black Sands Entertainment for a while, and their work is just on par with YOUNEEK, and they're both doing great work out there. And both have done comics and animation, and I appreciate both. And this is what I'm talking about, though. When you have that type of determination and that mindset and that forethought and the ability to push forward like that, there's no telling what you can accomplish. And I've told black nerds this all the time, and like, it still seems to go over their head. I'm debating whether I'll do another blog about a disagreement I had on a black nerd forum not too 2 or 3 days ago. I don't know why I keep doing that, but that's just, maybe that's part of my personality, where I just clash with these people and some of their mentality. But you know, a lot of my peers don't seem to understand this. They keep wanting to go through the same routes of begging the mainstream to create these characters for them, and rather than just doing it themselves and making it successful themselves and going to their own people themselves and building it up themselves to where it is something great in the future. It takes time. It's not all going to happen overnight, and I think maybe that's part of the problem. They think they can only make their dreams come true if some larger white company gets a hold of it and you know, pushes it out there. But you can do it yourself. You don't always need them to do things for you. You just have to have the drive to do so. So shout out to YOUNEEK Studios. I appreciate you guys, I really do, and I'm looking forward to seeing more from you all in the future. And if you don't have any of their books, if you haven't bought it from their own website, you'll definitely be able to pick it up through Darkhorse. As time goes on, they're going to be reprinting a lot of their old stuff, and new stuff will be coming out as time goes on. So you guys let me know how you feel about it, and if you're familiar with YOUNEEK Studios, let me know in the comments section. I'll post some links. Maybe you guys can go check out their website or their YouTube channel and tell me what you think yourselves. Anyway, Chris Crazyhouse signing out. Peace.